Hello everyone, and welcome back for your weekly energy forecast and oracle reading. So let us get right into it this week and let's see what energetic weather is here for us and how we can best navigate it. So let's have a look here for the beginning of the week. Let's pull a tarot card for Monday and Tuesday this week. We have the Five of Air, which in traditional tarot is a Five of Swords. And this card says mistakes, melodrama, reassessment. Now, as you can see here, she's got a chessboard and there's some pieces that have fallen over and she's like she's grumpy about it. Okay. I do hear Spirit say, don't be so hard on yourself in the beginning of this week. Because they're talking about the energetic influences in the beginning of this week are going to have us assessing the recent past. And we might catch ourselves thinking, well, that didn't quite work out as planned. That didn't go so well. Maybe I could have done something a little bit differently. Not a time to beat yourself up, but to rather look at, okay, this is a situation, that's a situation. This is what is in my power to change. This is what is in my power to do. Let me focus on problem solving, okay? And being proactive about solving things, right? Instead of beating yourself up or blaming others for the situation that you might be finding yourself in. I'm also getting a lot of mental activity with this. Don't overthink things. Don't overanalyze things. I'm also hearing don't procrastinate. Don't dawdle, I'm hearing. Don't procrastinate. If there's a situation, resolve it. Let's say we don't have to make a song and dance about it. Let's just resolve it. What's the solution? Take the action. Okay, simple as that. We don't have to be dramatic. Okay, oopsie, that card fell right out. Okay, we have TikTok. Yeah, speaking of which, don't dawdle, don't dilly-dally. TikTok, right? Time is of the essence. But the opposite here, I'm hearing also applies. In other words, don't rush, okay? Whatever you got going on in front of you in the beginning of this week, don't rush, right? Don't jump in without thinking. So there's certain areas in the beginning of this week that are going to need a bit of patience, okay, where you should take your time and carefully assess what needs to be done. And there are other areas where don't procrastinate. You've been procrastinating long enough. Now's the time to take action. Now I'm hearing the action bit is with regards to your career, okay? So in other words, let's say you've been contemplating for a while now about changing jobs, starting a business, whatever upgrade you want to do career-wise or purpose-wise, now is the time to act, okay? Stop talking about it and just do it, I'm hearing, okay? Now, the area where we do need to take our time and be careful, they're showing this would be about drastic, I'm hearing movement. So in other words, if you're wanting to move house or make changes to your house, or make changes to the inhabitants in your house, go slowly with this. Be patient, okay? You've got time. There's no need to rush there. You can take your time. Be cautious, think things through, and then decide. But I'm hearing whatever you do, just don't be dramatic about it. Preaching to the choir, to the one who loves being dramatic. Okay. Let us see. Let's ask for further elaboration. Let's get a card out from the Oracle of the Unicorns for us in the beginning of this week. How can we navigate the beginning of this week, please? We have prosperity. A gift of money is on its way. Your income is increasing. Manage your finances with love. Now here I'm getting action required as well. Okay, action with regards to your prosperity. So and I'm hearing like plan, like now's a good time to start planning where your prosperity is concerned. So in other words, let's say if you're wanting to save money or invest money or reduce debt, now's a time to be proactive about that, to think about what can you put into place that's going to help. I'm hearing the longevity of your prosperity, okay? So how can you make your money work better for you? Can you invest? Can you put money in a savings account that, reaps an interest? Can you reduce your debt? Okay. So thinking wisely about your prosperity. I'm also hearing ask for what you want. So from a work perspective, Maybe you feel, because this is what the recent well would have taught us, is a lot to do with our self-worth. So maybe you've realized that you deserve to earn more. So maybe you want to maybe negotiate a raise, or even to take action on getting a job that pays better. Okay. So your money is going to be the focus in the beginning of this week as well. Planning, because they're saying then you'll have more money, right? Take care of your money and your money will take care of you, I'm hearing. Okay, let's have a look here with the middle of the week. What energetic influences here for the middle of the week? We have, can't make this up, the Six of Earth. Now this card says charity, generosity, windfall. Okay, so this follows on here from the beginning of the week. So in other words, this card is to do with the giving and receiving of money. So in the middle of the week, you may be the gracious recipient of money from somewhere, right? Or you might be giving money away to a gracious recipient, right? But I'm hearing Spirit say you'll get what you ask for, okay? So take this as a positive omen, if you will, that if you're wanting to ask for money, borrow money, whatever, you'll get what you ask for, but do be wise with it. Okay. And again, I'm hearing the word invest, reaping reward from investment. So maybe some of you are waiting for an investment payout or some cashing in on something. Okay. But money is going to start to flow beautifully in the middle of the week. Okay. Let's now get some further elaboration from the wisdom of the oracle for the middle of the week. Yin, let yourself receive. I think this card came up last week as well. So it feels like we, as much as a lot of us are taking a lot of action, we are also learning to receive as well. Now, receiving can be very uncomfortable for us, especially when we're used to being givers, we're used to being doers, we're used to being overly generous and providing and all the rest. It can be very difficult for us to receive. But Spirit is saying open your arms wide and just be willing to receive. And I'm hearing gratitude, say thank you. So whatever is coming your way in the middle of the week, I'm hearing give gratitude in advance for the money that you're going to receive, because that money is well earned, it's well deserved. Okay, so let us get a further elaboration from the unicorn deck here. Let's see. We have past lives. It says release your past life karma. You're an old soul with deep wisdom. Healing your past lives will raise your vibration. Now, this is what a lot of the past has been actually doing for us, especially this eclipse. We've been releasing a lot of past life trauma, ancestral wounding. We've been releasing a lot of timelines of that, if that makes any sense, okay? So as we release the old baggage, the old stories that have been ingrained in us from our parents, grandparents, great-grandparents, our society's conditioning, as we release all of that, again, this has come up before, it leaves us an empty space. And as we know, the universe doesn't like an empty space, it seeks to fill it. So as we release those old thoughts and old patterning, we start to receive, you see? And the reason that we are then more receptive to what is good for us is because we've let go of what was plugging the hole, right? It's like we've pulled the cork out the wine bottle. Now things are able to flow, okay? So as you let go of what no longer serves you, the old belief patterns, the old programs that were saying, you're not good enough, you're not worthy, blah, blah, blah. As we release all of that, we leave a big empty space and the universe seeks to fill it. So that's why. So in other words, we'll be receiving a reward in the middle of the week for all the work that we've been doing during this Mercury retrograde and during this eclipse season that really forced us to go within and to go, that belief pattern doesn't work for me anymore. That relationship, that situation, blah, 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 none of that works for me anymore. I'm letting go of the dead weight. And now there's space to be filled by the good stuff, if that makes sense. Okay? All right. Let's look now at Friday and the weekend. What do we have for Friday and the weekend? We have the Knight of Fire. Confident, passionate, adventurous. This card is I want to say the get up and go card. This is the card that says, right, let's get on with it. Let's make things happen. This is also work, I'm hearing. A lot of work this week, okay? And I'm asking Spirit, why is there so much work energy? They're saying because a lot of what we do for a living has got a lot to do with our identity. So as we shift identity on a soul level and as a person, it directly impacts our career. So we might be noticing career changes, more of it, okay? And also your enthusiasm returning for what you do, the passion for your chosen field is going to return, okay? Beautiful forward movement here Friday and the weekend. All right, let's get some further elaboration now from the wisdom of the oracle. We have chaos and conflict. Now, because we have a lot of this fire energy, fire is aggression. And when that energy is not utilized properly, it can surface as temper, anger, frustration. So be mindful of that, okay? But they're saying whatever chaos and conflict you encounter on the weekend will be a clearing, okay? So they're saying, let's put this into context. So you can see this guy is sprinting full steam ahead. Like he's like, let's go, okay? It's great. But if we don't harness this energy, if we don't take action, if we don't pursue our goals and get moving, if we don't move this fiery, ambitious, awesome, passionate energy, if we don't use it, it'll translate into chaos and conflict. Because when we don't move, when we don't get the energy to shift, we become very frustrated, okay? They show me the analogy of a horse. You know when the horse is in that starting block thingamabob and it's about to take off, it wants to get through the gate, okay? So it's got that energy, it's harped up, it just wants to go, but it's not getting anywhere. So it's stuck, you know, in that gate fence thing. And then, now because it's not getting anywhere, it's going to be easily upset. So it's going to just take the horse next to it to give it side eye, and that horse will probably bite it, you see? Because it doesn't have that enthusiastic, passionate energy. It can't go anywhere. So be careful here, Friday and the weekend, that you don't lock horns with somebody because you're feeling frustrated that your life is not moving fast enough. Now, with that, I'm hearing Spirit say, who are you waiting for? Right? If you're feeling this urge, this desire to get ahead, take that energy and channel it into something, because nobody's going to do it for you. Okay, this is your energy. You're responsible for it. So take that fire and that passion and that drive and go. Do something with it. Nobody's going to do it for you. Okay? All right. Let's get some elaboration now from the Oracle of the Unicorns. We have adventure. You can't make this up. Adventure. Okay? This card says, dare to do things differently. Manifest your travel dreams. Move to a new location. Okay, so again, this is about getting out of the comfort zone. Let's go do something different. Let's take a risk or two. Just don't get arrested, please. But, you know, let's just go in another direction. Let's do things differently. Let's harness this. Please notice it's a knight. And knights are about movement. It's a horse. Again, there's a lot of horse energy here. Okay, so, and then I don't even think this is a horse. I think this is a zebra. But same thing, right? Teasing. Anyway, so Friday and the weekend is really about movement. It's about making things happen. It's about doing things differently. So if you've been feeling stuck and stagnant in your career, or even just the path that you're on, it's time to shake it up. I'm hearing come out of hermit mode. It's time to start living and step into this new reality that you now would have created for yourself. Remember, you've evolved a hell of a lot. You have to admit you're not the same person you are today as what you were 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, or even since January. You've changed a hell of a lot, okay? And it's time now to break free, go on a bit of an adventure. Because I'm telling you now, if you stay stuck at home, you're going to be getting up somebody's nose at home, or somebody at home is going to get up your nose. And you don't want that. If it does happen though, if there is a bit of chaos and conflict with your relationships at home, it is a clearing, right? It is bringing something to light, a long-standing niggle that needs a little bit of attention, and it needs to be cleared. That's what that means. Okay, so it looks like we have a very interesting week. I mean, every week is a bit interesting, isn't it? But this week is a mishmash of energies. And it feels very fast-paced, very fast-moving. Lots of things happening at once. Okay, let us finish this off now with the card from the Gateway of Light Activation. And let's see what guidance is here to help us wrap up this week and how we can best harness this week. No, man. They're sticking together. Let's give this a good shuffle. Okay, what is here for this week? I'm sure we had this card before. Seems we're running a theme. It says Emerald Tablet Activation, Cosmic Ordering, Divine Alchemy, Conscious Manifestation. What sticks out for me is the word activation, because that's what it feels like this week. It feels like we've got a bit of a fire underneath our bums this week. That's what it feels like. It's almost like a come, let's go. It's that vibe. Okay, let's see. What does this card say? Emerald Tablet. It says, when the Emerald Tablet Activation card appears, you're being called to remember the gifts that you are carrying from previous lifetimes. Even if you don't always understand how to express them, there's a part of you that knows you hold great power within. On that note, remember we drew this just now, the past lives card, okay? As we are releasing fears attached to past lives, okay? This is going to, they show me like it takes a lid off of a container. Like you pull the lid off, which is the old past life fear, whatever that's been holding us back. And as we open the lid, so what is set free is our hidden gifts and talents that we didn't know that we had. So as we let go of the limitation, so more of our gifts and talents are activated and released, because now we're not scared. It's easy now for us to just show our gifts and talents. We don't care. It's like, it's trying to show me like, people are just not going to care. Like, this is who I am. Take me or leave me. Okay? Awesome. Anyway, as I was saying, so it says, let me start again. Sorry, this is what happens. It's like, I'll be reading energy, I'll be doing a reading, and then there'll be like a little spirit interjection there. Okay. When the Emerald Tablet Activation card appears, you're being called to remember the gifts you are carrying from previous lifetimes. Even if you don't always understand how to express them, there's a part of you that knows you hold great power within. This is a special time for you to use that power to bring into manifestation all that you need for your life to unfold in a way that is in alignment with your best interest. All that has unfolded so far has given you the opportunity to learn and grow, even in the unsettling moments. But you are a master alchemist with the capacity to take all that was once challenging and use it to create positive opportunities for yourself. As above, so below. All the thoughts you send up to source will contribute to your evolution on earth. You know, I was having just a moment earlier on where the word alchemy popped into my mind. And if that's not what we're experiencing right now, then I don't know what is, because alchemy is the process of taking base metal and turning it into gold. Okay. Now, in the process of our self-mastery, we are also going through an alchemical process in that we are changing what we make things mean. In other words, the past. Okay. So all of our experiences from the past that were painful, upsetting, caused us great trauma, okay, and great pain. We can choose to live in that energy and be the eternal victim, okay? And I'm not victim bashing here, right? We're allowed to feel so that we can heal and all the rest. But we do have a choice point. We get to decide, okay, am I going to be a victim of this and let it control my entire life? Or am I going to change the story? Am I going to change what I'm making my past mean? And this is quite a big thing we've been through recently, where we are changing what the past means. Let's use an example. 20 years ago, you got fired from your job. It was very traumatic, blah, 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 and it caused you great pain. It was very upsetting. But now, 20 years later, you realize, hey, if that didn't happen, if I didn't lose that job, I wouldn't be where I am today. That's alchemy. You've just alchemized that situation, that problem, which was base metal, and you've just turned it into gold, which is something that is useful. Okay? So this is what we're going through right now, is alchemy, right? We're alchemizing the past. So yeah, very interesting up and down energy this week. So hold on to your hat. Take it easy, breathe, stay grounded, as I always say, and use the energy of this week to your advantage. Use it, right? The weather is there for a reason. So yeah, I hope that helps. Take it easy and have yourselves an amazing week. And once again, thank you for being here. Take care and keep well. Bye.